Hey guys, Chocolate Guy here, and welcome back to the series where I'm talking about all the Cartoon Network shows from 2010 onwards. Today, I'm discussing the first season of the Scooby-Doo series, Mystery Incorporated. Now, I was not a Scooby-Doo kid growing up, and have not seen much of the franchise, including this series, besides bits I saw of the original show in passing as a kid. But I know the franchise's formula, and I know this series tried to subvert it with more fleshed out characters and relationships, a recurring location the show is set in, more interesting stories, and an overarching narrative. How does it do with all these things? It's okay. I wanted to like this season, because there are a lot of things to like. The atmosphere and presentation are great. I think Crystal Cove is a cool location to have the series be set in, even if it takes them a little while to really establish it. A lot of the stories and mysteries are pretty solid, and while the monsters are hit or miss, some of them are really cool. And I also like that they did try to make our main characters more fleshed out and dynamic. I also like the side characters as well, even if they are underutilized. I liked the overarching narrative for the most part too, and how it complements and is incorporated into many individual stories. But I think what lets this season down is just the writing being weak in general a lot of the time, especially when it comes to the character relationships. A lot of the character development we get this season is just the worst teen romance drama you've ever seen in your life. And it eats up a lot of time in a lot of episodes, including good ones. And other character drama isn't written a lot better. A lot of the stories themselves also are just kind of weak, outside of that and not very interesting. Some episodes really mess around with horror tropes and tropes of Scooby-Doo, but others actually play a lot of that stuff very straight, besides maybe tying it into the overarching narrative. Or they do mess around with those tropes, but still just get a boring, not very well written story out of it, sadly. All the overarching narrative stuff also gets a lot less interesting as it gets more complicated, and especially at the end of the season, they don't give certain elements enough time to really play out. With all that said, I liked more episodes of this season than I didn't, but even with a lot of episodes I considered to be good, I didn't feel that strongly towards them, and there were none I considered to be great. An okay season, and I'm curious to see if Season 2 improves on any of these issues, and where the story goes, but I probably wouldn't keep watching the series if I wasn't making these videos.